in what has to be one of the most bizarre scenes in a long time, and playing to the expectation of calculated unpredictability. I just coined a phrase, I think. Calculated unpredictability. Donald Trump shows up unannounced at the DMZ in what looked like, pardon the reference, a Chinese fire drill. And he walks across to the confused look and befuddlement of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Advisors look confused. Reporters look confused. Security detail guys look like they're about to have a coronary and don't know what the hell's going on. And, of course, the media eats it up. Here it is. Take a look.
Whoa, no. Oh, come on.
Get the photographer out of the way. Okay.
Oh, no, get out of the way. Move.
It looks like it's not organized. Nobody knew what was going to happen. Bolton didn't go. Trump's advisors didn't go. He took his son-in-law and his daughter and an anchor from Fox News. Listen to this. People screaming. You know, there's a movie, Michele, I think it's called Up. I don't know if it's a Disney movie. Remember where they're trying to get the dog's attention and they keep going, squirrel, squirrel, you know, just trying to look the other way. Don't look at this.
Right.
Is that
Here's
what
the
this
perfect
is?
squirrel. Here it is.
Yeah.
Who knows if this was intentional? We can only speculate, but it's definitely serving that purpose. I'd have to agree with you.
And, well, if you come back from a summit where you meet with all the world leaders and you've got your tail between your you-know-what, because you kind of lost, and the last thing you want is for the American press to start saying, oh, my God, Trump capitulated on the China trade thing. This is
a perfect thing to redirect their attention to.
It works, right?
It absolutely does, because now the media is all over, because right now they're saying, oh, Trump is the first president to ever set foot into North Korea. That is such a big deal, when really nothing was accomplished. Just as if you look at it from a broader expanse of it, nothing was actually accomplished at G20. And that's what we kind of called on Friday last week. We kind of called that nothing will resolve out of G20, that the entire macro backdrop would remain the same, because the tariffs are still there. Trump did not roll back the previous tariffs. The tariffs are still there, and those actually still hurt. Those affect like all the American consumers, all the steel corporations, and as well as agriculture as well.
But do you think, by the way, I'm just going to stay on that for a moment, when he was there, I understand he got an earload, if that's the right term, from a lot of these world leaders. Do you think it kind of got in his head, between the world leaders telling him to back off, between the Wall Street guys here telling him, hey, you better cut this out, companies in the United States saying we're losing you-know-what, do you think that was the pressure that got to him?
Look, if there's one thing that Wall Street does not love, it's the prospect of peace, specifically with North Korea in this case, and as does the corporate media, which is why they love to fearmonger about North Korea, because as we know, there's a lot of conflicts of interest at play when it comes to the war industry and the mainstream corporate media. So when you think about any story that has to do with North Korea, it's always going to get a lot of coverage, because there's a lot of quote-unquote hype to be said about it. The fact is, the United States does not want to recognize North Korea as a nuclear power, and does not want to recognize that North Korea has legitimate security interests, because within this lifetime, within people who are alive now's lifetimes, the United States did kill a third of the North Korean population.
Wow.
So this is why we get all these flashy stories about who's meeting who's spitting in the face of who. That's not what this is really about. It's like Christy said, what's actually getting accomplished? What's actually changing on the geopolitical stage? It's nothing.
Just as a human being, when you watch this video, did it seem to you like Kim Jong-un was kind of taken...
totally taken back and surprised, not expecting it
like,
at
what the
all.
hell's going on here? What are you doing
What
here?
are you trying to accomplish? Because I think that's a mentality of, what do you want from me? And right now, that is not entirely clear to anyone at this point. So at this point, like, Trump didn't actually do anything.
Do you come away thinking, oh, this is going to lead to something big?
Absolutely not.
Ann?
No,
Same.
no, sir.
You guys are great. What a wonderful segment. Thank you.